disrespect from the jump and wonders why no solutions can be talked about. He's the guy that I asked multiple times, what's your solution? And he decided to not do it. Still gay, staring at another man's profile pic. I don't know what that means. White people love acting like they never cause problems. Well, yeah, I think a lot of people cause problems. I mean, Marv caused a problem on the stage and doesn't want to own up to it. No accountability. Let's see. Joss is saying microaggressions don't keep me from getting the bag. Gilda says, put your solution in the chat, Marv. Elizabeth says Islamic extremism. Check. Okay. All right. On that note, Elizabeth, I don't think it's a religion. I think it's a cult. Matter of fact, I think it's a pedophile death cult. The Prophet Muhammad was pedophile, married a 6-year-old girl, fucked her when she was 9. But some of you guys think there's no problem with that. Baseball card curmudgeon says, need to act black fatigue to the poll. I only have 4 choices. I would have added more. Marv says all lives matter in quotation marks, and he's laughing. I don't even know who he's fucking speaking to. Dr. Adams says noisy white women cause the most problems. If they're progressive, that's probably true. Marv says everyone causes problems. Ducking once again. Yeah, some problems bigger than others. Elizabeth says legacy of conquest. Yep. And then Cowboy Honest says, hello, I'm from Africa. I need an honest woman from Western countries. Wow, that might be the most interesting thing I've seen in chat all day. Cowboy, please come to the stage. Young Zealous says, our presidents have, I think he meant to say pedophilia. I don't know what he's referring to there. But George says, dysgenics. Marv says, America based off slavery and racism, but yet white folks cause no problems that need fixed over other minority problems. Hurts your feelings too much to open that can of worms. Actually, no. I think the problem is that some people will ignore that the origins of this country, we did some diabolical shit, and that should be called out. I think you're right for pointing that out. But I think also people like yourself that don't recognize the progress that this country's made, specifically when it comes to race relations, if you don't recognize the progress, then you're a part of the current problem. And we did a room on are race relations better in 2025 than they were in 1960. And you had some really ignorant people that said, no, they've never improved. And then I would ask, well, what about if we compared 1860 to 2025? And they would say, no, it's always been bad. And so if you can't acknowledge that there's been improvement in race relations, then you are literally the biggest part of the current problem in race relations.
Because they're over skeptical, I guess, towards those things they don't recognize. But if you make the vice versa, like towards some of the Americans or white Americans or whatever, towards Arabian countries or different other countries, they're over skeptical towards those countries, and they're more favored. They favor themselves. So it's like a yin and yang, and like a alternate universe type of situation thing. Because like obviously, but I like what you're saying, Mojo, because actually we do need to take notes. I said this to on my Facebook. I said, yo, pay attention to it. Neighbors are not blowing each other up. They're not assassinating each other. They're not offing each other. This is not even happening in the wide scale.
This shit when I don't know,
like,
bro.
We should be celebrating over the things that we've accomplished, Mojo. And so a lot of people, they don't do that. We should do that and go through that list, Yeah, so for sure.
I think with the risk of becoming too meta, Mojo, I think whenever you're having a discussion, you have to kind of leave your ego at the door, right? Or you won't be able to have a productive discussion, regardless of your background, what you work in, whatever. Like you have to kind of take that aside and then you stick to the issue, right? So we waited for like at least 10 minutes for Marv to give us an explanation or a solution to the current issue with the deficit, right? And all he wanted to talk about was, my this and my that, and fuck you, and it gets boring really quick, okay? So anyway, to provide the solution, actually, I think that's still kind of interesting. I think we should end the Fed, and I say that as a non-citizen, but I'm also affected by the policies of the Fed. So ending the Fed would